So here's a fact, up to 9 out of 10 sore throat infections cannot be treated with antibiotics. I'm going to teach you how to get rid of a sore throat at home. So hit that like button if you're fired up about this, and let's go. So here in the UK, we get approximately 1.2 million appointments every year for a sore throat, so it's extremely common. Good news is, sore throats generally get better on their own within a week, but there are many tips and tricks that you can do that are going to help, and I'm going to teach you exactly that. Let's begin with tip number 1. You're going to try a saltwater gargle, okay? 99% of the times, this is the first thing I recommend most of my patients. It's extremely effective, it's inexpensive, everyone has the ingredients to make it at home, and it's really easy to do. It reduces the pain, it reduces the inflammation, so it's a win-win. Here's how you make it. Kettle, water, boil, cook. 1 teaspoon of salt, add water, mix, and your saline solution is now ready. Okay, so now it's time for the fun bit. Once you've got your saltwater gargle solution ready, you're gonna let it cool. You need to make sure it's nice and cool, like lukewarm, so you don't burn yourself. Next, you're gonna stand over a sink, because this bit is a little bit messy. You're gonna take a sip, and then you're gonna gargle, okay? Gargle and then spit it out, and then repeat. I'd do it at least 3 times, but you can do it as many times as you like for symptomatic relief, and then you can repeat it again and again, but remember, you're gonna have to make a new solution each time you repeat it. Now moving on to tip number 2. Look, I know it can be really frustrating, especially when you've got a sore throat, to keep on drinking fluids, okay? Keep on drinking water, but it's super important that you're not dehydrated. If you are dehydrated, it's gonna make things worse, it's gonna make you a lot weaker, and it's gonna slow down recovery time. So to avoid dehydration, you need to be aiming for 6 to 8 glasses a day. Remember, warm drinks, soup, all of these things count towards it as well, but please remember this. Don't be having your warm drinks or your soup super hot. It's gonna make things worse. It's gonna make the sore throat pain worse. Let it cool, okay? So it's like a tepid temperature. That's the most important thing you need to remember about how warm things are that you're gonna be drinking. Now let's move on to tip number 3. Paracetamol and ibuprofen. Both of them are fantastic at reducing the pain of a sore throat, as well as reducing a fever. And moving on to tip number 4, medicated lozenges. These can also be very helpful with a sore throat. A lozenge is basically a boiled sweet that you suck on. The medicated ones contain things like benzocaine, okay, and flurbiprofen. These are both quite good ingredients to look out for, to contain. They can both numb it and help reduce the inflammation, and there are quite a few studies supporting their use, so I would also recommend them too. Let's move on to the next tip. Now, as always with all medication, always read the information leaflet and speak to your pharmacist to make sure you're safe and suitable to take it. That's the most important thing. And moving on to tip number 5, we want to eat cool foods and soft foods. So we're talking things like ice lollies, ice cream, even sucking on ice, or chewing on soft foods that are all cool. These are all gonna help with sore throat pain. And please remember, if you do smoke, you need to stop smoking, especially when you've got a sore throat. It's just gonna cause inflammation and make things worse. Now, please remember, there are situations where you should seek medical advice for a sore throat, and I'm gonna leave loads more information in the description below. I really hope my tips help your sore throat get better soon. Always remember, you're awesome, and I will see you next week.